Hey everybody, it's me, SilverFiligree83, and for today's video, as you can see with the title, Saving Reine, we will be finishing up this piece from my watercolor sketchbook entitled Reine. And we are saving her because, as you can see in the bottom left corner of her hair, there is this big white splotch. This is because the watercolors I used have great lifting power. This was before I switched to Van Gogh. And these were my Pelikan colors, which are an opaque watercolor, I believe, because they do get kind of a chalky finish. And I had the bright idea, I forget how it came about, but somehow water got spilt on that section of hair, and then I went to pat it away, and it lifted up all the color that was underneath it. And this piece had been worked on for a while before that. I was, just working on it in my sketchbook. And after the hair was ruined, I didn't work on her for the longest time. And because I still feel like she is recent enough for me to be able to finish her, that's what we're doing today. So as you can see on the right, I've got the Pelikan Watercolors I used the first time, and am just going in, and I've tried my best to fix the hair using the watercolor that I did the hair with the first time. And now I'm just going in with my Sakura Koi colors and doing a little bit more blushing on her. As far as this piece goes, my goals were to have it be really soft and delicate, as with like the eyelashes and the blushing and the really light skin tone and that whole thing. I really wanted the whole piece to be very soft. So in the end, I'm really happy with the outcome. Otherwise, she would have just sat in my sketchbook with the hair lifted up like that. Now I'm going in with a Payne's Gray color and using a large flat brush to just fill in the background. In the end, I think I could have just left it blank, but since it's only a sketchbook piece and there aren't going to be prints or anything like that, I wasn't too worried when I decided that I didn't really enjoy the background as much as I thought I would. I think if I had gone a little bit lighter on it, it would have been okay, but in the end, I feel like it has enough contrast because of her hair, but I think if I were to create this piece again, I would go with a lighter wash for the background. And a more even wash. Now I'm going in with my Copic Markers, and as you can see, I just lifted up my paper a little bit, and that's because I have my thumb underneath the bottom edge of the paper to keep it from touching the one underneath it in case my Copics bleed through. Underneath it, I don't know if you saw, but it's the Sketchbooking summary characters page in my sketchbook, so I'll have that pop up now in case you want to check that one out too. And that'll give you an idea of kind of how old this piece is, because that was done like a couple days before the summary characters video. It was probably more than a couple days, to be honest. I didn't work on the sketchbook for a while because I was kind of upset about her hair. So in the original sketch, she had this lace collar, but just as I was watercoloring it, I had kind of forgotten. And the original pencil lines were still there, just for like the top of it. I didn't actually detail it or anything. But because I was going back and saving Reine, I thought it would be fun to go in and try and add the intricate collar that I wanted originally. And for this section, I did end up having to look up quite a few different kind of styles of lace, which I kind of combined into my own thing. But I have this one top in the real world that has a lace collar, and it is my absolute favorite because it's just so intricate, and that is why a few of my drawings have collars like this. I don't think I've done another one on my channel like this, but there was a sketchbook where there were 2 or 3 different girls with like high lace collars. I'm like, but they're so pretty! And I think in the end it does add a lot of detail to the drawing that it definitely needs to go with the kind of delicate theme here. Just going in and sketching out the rest of that lace design. And I'm going to use a gray Copic Multiliner to just go over that. I wasn't sure if the gray would be too harsh because there's no line art anywhere else in the piece, except for the eyes and the face a little bit, but there aren't any like distinct outlines. But I think in the end it does end up working all right. I could have technically gone over it with either water and just solidified the pencil lines like that just to seal it in, or tried to use a really thin brush and gray watercolor, but because this is only a sketchbook piece, I didn't really want to risk it like not coming out at this point, because the whole point was to finish this piece and have it look nice. So in the end, I think I did make the right choice there. Just erase those lines with my kneaded eraser and decided to go in and detail some more, because I felt like if we're gonna do a detailed lace top, we're gonna do a detailed lace top. Everything's getting outlined. Now I'm going in with, okay, this is the Chronicles of Silver Filigree, adding white in every white tool that she has. So first we tried the Sakura Gellyroll, and now we're using a Prismacolor Premier pencil to try and fill in those white areas, which I think out of the two did the best work because it kind of took away the transparency that the watercolor is known for. It really gives the idea that there is fabric over top of the shirt. So I do like that, but it didn't end up being quite dark enough for my taste. So here I'm using my Sakura Pen Touch white paint marker in 1 millimeter and just filling in all those areas so the areas where the lace is built up really looks more opaque than the see-through areas. I think I'll definitely have to use this marker more in my work if I do more, you know, things like this, because I think it really worked well and gave me the effect I needed. Now I'm just going in with a Copic marker in N0 to kind of show the shadow that would be under the lace. I think in the end, like, because I used that gray marker, I could have added more white lace on the bottom to balance it out because she has those opaque portions up near the neck. But I don't think it makes too huge of a difference, but if I were to do it again, I would definitely add something on the bottom there. Yep, there are the girls again, just checking that it didn't bleed through. And now I'm just using the white Gellyroll pen to add lines in the gray areas because I thought the gray looked too dark. And just did some white hatching with that to make it a little bit lighter. Now I'm using a Prismacolor Color Erase colored pencil in pink just to reinforce the blushing that I did before with the watercolors. And here is the finished piece. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, all those fun YouTube type things. So other than that, that is pretty much it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching, and I will definitely see you next time.